Is McDonald's the breakfast for champions?
Yes.
Find out on today's episode of the Ugly Diving Podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ugly Diving Podcast. Today, we have with us the second deepest female in Southeast Asia, and she placed 4th in the Pool World Championships and ranked 26th overall for female category. And she's no other than Elys. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
All right, awesome. So, what got you into freediving? Yeah.
Well, when before I started freediving, I was a scuba diver.
Ah, okay. Same route, but sure.
Yeah, and after about 2 years in scuba diving, and then I want to find a challenge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get a challenge like I want to go down without the tank, and the intention is purely just want to get closer to fishes, and because the bubbles, I find that will make them swim away from me, and then so I want to try it without
A tank, yeah?
yeah, without a
So,
tank.
you've been freediving so much now. Are the fishes closer?
Yeah.
Oh, really? It works?
It really works.
Okay, that's amazing.
But
So-
it was tough for me when I realized that freediving is really different from scuba diving.
So, are you actually born a swimmer, or were you always comfortable in the water?
No, I'm not.
Oh my-
I'm not a swimmer. I never attended any swimming class before.
Wow, and then you went on to smash so many records. Maybe share with me one of the scariest moments. I can't imagine if I'm not confident in water and then you throw me into the open ocean, I would freak out. Did that happen to you?
Yeah, it happened to me. That was before I started scuba diving.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Similan Island with a group of my friends, very close friend, and then we all jumped to the sea. And even some of my friends they enjoy snorkeling around, but I was alone. You know what I did?
What did you do?
I was so freaked out. I couldn't enjoy it all with the snorkeler and the mask. And with the snorkel and the mask, and I looked down, but I have all the fear in me, like my whole body, and I even grabbed my toes.
You grab your toes. Why did you grab your toes?
With the life vest, I grabbed my toe like that
Okay.
with both hands. And I feel like if I let go of my hand, my toes will melt in the sea.
Oh my God. That is so scary. I can never imagine. But kudos to your courage for jumping into the water without,
Yeah, I hate that a lot because I know people enjoying underwater, and that must be something wrong in me. Like I couldn't be. Why so timid?
So how did you overcome this fear then? If you're saying that you were super scared, then what made you jump back into the water the next time?
Yeah, after back to Singapore, and then I keep thinking about I want to fix this timid me.
Okay.
I must be overthinking, of course. I definitely overthinking and lack of confidence. I see so many weakness in me. So that's why I want to do something for myself. And then that's how I go to take a scuba diving course.
Right. Are you still scuba diving, or is it just free diving now?
I still do, but spend more time for free diving now.
Ah, okay. So, how many years ago, or have you decided to switch, or did you start free diving?
I took the course in 2018. It was in February, my birthday month.
Wow, okay.
That was when I was working in the office, and then suddenly I feel like I got to plan something that month.
Okay.
So I just looked the place Phuket,
Okay.
I searched free diving Phuket, and I found a school, and asked them about the free diving course. Then they say, yeah, you can come this Thursday. So that
This
was
Thursday.
Yeah, that was on Monday. I quickly just let's book the flight and then apply annual leave and just go.
All right, awesome. So, for those who are out there, you can always be the next national or, world holder. You just have to do it. Just follow Elisa's footsteps. Kid and go. Right?
Yeah, but it is tough. Was like I didn't actually go and search about what it is all about freediving and what are the difference. So it gave me a big hit when I try to go down with using the Valsalva equalization to go down as like a scuba diver. So I
So,
didn't get the certification.
oh, you didn't?
I did not.
Oh, okay. So maybe share the experience a bit more. Did you start in a pool or did you just straight jump into the sea or what's it like?
Okay, they conduct the course. It was a PADI, freediver
Oh,
course
party.
yeah,
Okay.
that I got. They still do the theory and then
Okay.
pool component and open water
Right.
in 3 days. Yep.
Okay. Did you make it? Because you mentioned that you didn't go through the course, right? So did you still make it to open water?
Well, I get the deepest I went down only to 8.8 meters. Then the requirement is 10 meter with proper techniques. So
Right.
mm,
Okay.
so
Oh.
after the 3 day course, I extended 1 day
Ah.
to get a one more day open water to give myself a chance to see, hey, I have collected so many cards, for scuba diving. I'm open water, advanced open water, and rescue diver.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I have all the cards collection. So for freediving, I feel so sad if I couldn't get the card back home.
Okay.
So I extended 1 day, but to no luck.
Oh.
It get worse because all the nerve, all the anxieties, the stress. It's actually stress about if I'm not going to get a set, I'm going to fly back without card. Something like that. So and I did only 6 meter on the last day. Yeah,
Okay.
worse than the first day open water.
But of course, with the current record that you're holding now, you didn't give up. And I think that is something that every athlete actually do have, and which is resilience, right? So when was the next attempt that you went to take your open water and you actually passed?
So what I did after back to Singapore, then I started to search freediving Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I realized, oh, there are actually a few schools in Singapore teaching freediving. But when I joined the school, they focus more on the pool training in the swimming pool.
Right.
There are lesser open water training, and also I couldn't find any equalization workshop back then. It was about 5-6 years ago. So it was tough. It was tough because I asked everyone around. They only do the mainly focus on the pool training.
After going through that, can you explain to the audience to hear, what's the main difference or the different challenges between a pool and an open water dive?
In a pool training, that what you can get is how to be more relaxed, to hold your breath, to swim dynamic in the pool.
Okay.
So the tricky part is that in the swimming pool, if you don't feel like continue swimming or your urge to breathe come or contraction come, you can just give up easily, like in less than 10 seconds, just swim out.
Oh, okay.
So there is the training for you to be to increase your CO2 tolerance and to stay underwater calmly and continue swimming. That is more on the mental. So that's why we say in free diving, 80% is mental and then 20% is physical.
Right. So can you talk a bit more about open water then?
For open water is technique. Technique is definitely one of the key focus that you have to improve, because the less energy you use to swim down more efficiently, the better.
Right.
And the second one is equalization, because if you couldn't equalize your ear, you cannot go down.
What made you kind of came out and owned like every record that you're actually holding right now? Or is it like a struggle, or is it something that you had to fight through to earn your positioning today?
When I first started, it was tough because it's more about want to achieve something. So when you want to do something and there is an ego, yeah, it's like I cannot feel like I have been training so hard. So like it is very emotional. The toughest thing is when I first started. The night before I couldn't sleep.
Okay.
Couldn't sleep well. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, with so many records that you kind of smashed, right? Like, which is the most dearest to your heart?
Means the most to me for pool competition. It was last year, the pool world championship in Burgas, Bulgaria. I travel alone
Oh,
all the way
wow.
from Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah, was the only representative from Singapore.
Wow. Okay.
And that was my first trip outside Asia.
Wow. Okay. And then you smashed the record and you came back.
It was very challenging because I travel alone. That means I don't have a coach with me. When we had in a competition, you need a coach who know you well, especially for the static. He know your what your preparation before your official top, and during the competition how he coach you. But I don't have all this. Just go alone. But I am lucky get to meet many freediver from other countries. So yeah, I get help from athlete from Japan and athlete from Korea and especially from UK.
Maybe you can share a bit with the audience the different disciplines of a freediving competition, because I understand there are a lot, right? So maybe you can just break it down really quickly, the different categories, and which is your favorite?
For pool competition, there are the first one is static. Static, which is just hold your breath and submerge yourself underwater, not moving. That is static. And there is three more. It's dynamic bifin.
Bifin. So
Dynamic bifin. That means using the bifin to swim.
okay.
Dynamic in the pool. And then followed by dynamic monofin.
Monofin.
Yeah.
So the one that the mermaids use, is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Like a dolphin kick.
Oh, okay, dolphin kicking.
Similar to dolphin kick. And then also the no fin. Dynamic no fin.
No fin. So
Yeah.
you swim.
Swim underwater no fin. Yeah.
Wow, okay, that's amazing. I would never imagine myself swimming underwater, no fins anymore, but sure. Okay, sorry, carry on.
Yeah. For that component, we have 4 disciplines as well. So it's constant weight bifin,
Okay.
constant weight monofin, free immersion, and constant weight no fin. My favorite is constant weight monofin.
Monofin, why?
Yes.
Is it because you get to feel like a mermaid, or like...
Not really feel like a mermaid because you have to keep your upper body move lesser and use your hip and your leg to kick the movement. For me, it is faster.
Oh, so you like to be fast underwater.
Yeah, I like speed.
Okay. I mean, I've read up a bit about freediving, and they talk about the 1 meter per second rule. Is that something that you would still follow, or is it something that you would try to speed your way through?
The ideal speed for competition in general is about 1.1 to 1.2.
Okay. Per second, right.
yeah.
Actually, that's still pretty fast. So I heard recently that you kind of smashed 2 national records. So what was your journey like there?
That was 2 months ago, pool competition. I didn't prep for anything and I really feel like having a McDonald's breakfast.
So I guess McDonald's is the breakfast for champions, right? What did you order?
I had this breakfast wrap chicken sausage meal
Okay.
with extra chicken sausage.
Okay.
and a Coke Chilo. So
Wow. Okay. So you had a breakfast wrap with extra sausage.
yeah, it was a big meal. Just 3 hours before the
This is all for the competitors of Elys. This is her secret winning formula. So hopefully McDonald's is hearing this and we get sponsored.
もしもし、ドナルドです。
Okay. And you're also saying that earlier you also mentioned that mental health was something that's very important. Can you talk a bit more about that? Like in terms of, preparation for, because you mentioned that if you over prepare, sometimes you get overly nervous, right?
yes,
And then now you're saying that you care less and you perform better.
yeah,
I think it's more of like not stressing your body out. Is that correct? Or
yeah, not stretching your body out. Like the more you want yourself to be at that stage, the lesser you can be, because you actually add on more on yourself to reach that stage. And then the second thing is trust yourself.
do you do any particular training? Okay, I know that I'm not here supposed to disclose any of your secret training tips, but like, what do you do like nowadays? I mean, we talked about the past, so now what kind of prep do you do for your competitions and yeah, that kind of stuff?
This year I started to do more depth training,
Wow,
depth
okay.
competition.
Okay.
So now I don't get nervous about the comp is coming and then I have to get prepared very early. For depth competition, prior to that, we do training, right? You have to be plan according to your body condition. So usually it's 1 day training dive and then 1 day rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
one training day and then 1 day rest. I used to like force myself to do this. I must do, today's rest day. Tomorrow I must go for the training.
Okay, I mean, after watching this podcast and with such an amazing person like you, I'm sure that you inspire other younger or like even people to pick up freediving. So maybe you can just share a bit like where can you start as well as where can you train, especially in Singapore, right? Well, I mean, we're not known to have the clearest waters.
Yeah.
But are we, is it training still possible or what's that like? Or where can you go to get trained, like do training, sorry?
Yeah, training is still possible as a beginning freediver in Singapore because we have the depth up to 30 meter.
Oh, at where?
Yeah, at Lazarus. St.
Lazarus
John.
Islands.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite easy, accessible for beginner. So in terms of visibility, yeah, when I first started training here, also feel a lot of fears because I couldn't see anything.
Okay.
Yeah, but in freediving, it's actually more on looking into yourself. Especially we are in a line training, right? You have the safety, all the rope set up, lanyard. You are actually safe, and the instructor is diving down with you for each dive. So visibility is not really a big concern. What you need is just focus on getting the technique right, and then the safety set up. You don't need to look around. Just make sure the line is in front of you, and when you do the equalization, chin down, body position, like also if you are too tense, you'll be like this is, if you're going down like this, it is too tense, so you have to roll, adjust your body, and then your hips, also your leg. So there are many techniques we need to train in the open water. So yeah, with the proper setup here in Singapore, it is okay to train.
Actually, a funny question that I want to ask is that because you dive in Singapore waters, visibility probably on a good day you get about 3 to 4 meters, right? Or less. Okay, less. So when you go to places like, I don't know, like you mentioned Bulgaria recently, right? Or like, or another place where it has clear waters, do you get very distracted?
No, no.
Oh, okay. So you're on your A game when you're there.
I like clear open water. I like clear oceans. But given the condition here in Singapore, we have the convenience. We don't need to travel overseas for training. There is a place to train for whatever technique or mental training. There, yeah, I still can train here in Singapore. But and then when you get the technique right and go to Philippines or Bali, you know, with the clear water dive, you definitely enjoy more. But by then, you already have the better technique, better skill for even deeper dive.
Right. You're very like into the competitive scene. Have you ever tried like freediving like for fun or exploration?
Now, yes.
Okay.
So I've been freediving like for 5 years. Yeah.
Okay.
But like I told you, right, why I want to start freediving because I want to get closer to the fishes. But it turns out I started to realize, oh, I miss so many things. I have like I spend so many time for the line training and go deeper, but I have forgotten what I initially wanted. And now I started to learn fun, diving without line in a safe way. Yeah.
Right. That's amazing. I mean, we usually forget why we start, and I'm sure I'm really
You do?
happy for you that you've actually found back your calling of why you started as well.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. I think a lot of women or young girls will actually look up to you as a role model. What are the struggles you face as a woman in this, like, you know, as an athlete, as well as in this freediving career, I would say?
For as a woman, yeah, you know we have menses every month, so
Okay.
sometimes it get a bit you get tired, and then sometimes you have we have menstrual cramp. So what amazing to me is that actually many of my national records, I was actually having menses.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So, like, feel tired, but actually your body is okay. It's normal.
Right.
So it's all about the feeling. As long as it's not a very strong cramp, it's all fine. You can have Panadols or something to ease the pain, but I don't take Panadol because sometimes like it's just like life, right? Rain or shine, if you have to do something, you have to do it. Just do it. You cannot pick the day that when the moon and star in light for to suit you. No, in life there are no smooth path. Well, we are female. We already know that the menses will come every month. So if the come day, there is a day, just do it. No need to think too much.
So I just want to translate for like all these Gen Z folks that are listening, right? Just suck it up. I think that's what Elys is trying to say. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. After hearing this, and I'm really inspired by you as well as your story so far. And like, do you have any advice? Of course, for me, I wouldn't want to compete, but I'm sure there are people in the audience that may think of competing. Do you have any advice for them that for their first competition, or how can they start?
For
Could it be McDonald's?
could be.
But yeah, but more seriously, how can they start?
For training is part of it before the competition. So and get a coach to brief you for how the competition look like. At least you run through, you know, before the what you should do, like some documents and some medical statement you have to sign up. You have to fill up first, and then also how to register online, things like that. Yeah, there are many things to understand first before the but well, everyone is welcome to join a competition to experience it, to see if you like it or not.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Elys, for having, spending time here with us on the podcast. I think it's so inspiring to be able to meet someone like you as well, and also be inspired by your journey, your mental journey through like hardship and your resilience to go through. So I really want to thank you. I hope, for those listening, I hope you guys are inspired by these stories. It's not that, she wasn't an overnight success. She worked really hard for the past 5 years. So for those who are in the grind, just keep going. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode of the Ugly Diving Podcast. All right.